And now, let's begin with the historical dimension of the tale of Genji. So the tale of Genji is a classic work of Japanese literature written by a woman named Murasaki Shikibu in the 11th century. Lady Murasaki lived during the Heian period, which is an era that is remarkable for the poetry, diaries, and fiction produced by court ladies. At its most basic, the tale of Genji is an absorbing introduction to the culture of the aristocracy in early Heian Japan, like its form of entertainment, its manner of dress, its daily life, and its moral code. This era is exquisitely recreated through the story of Genji, a handsome, excellent lover, and a worthy friend. Most of the story concerns the love of Genji, and each of the women in his life is vividly delineated. The work shows supreme sensitivity to human emotions and the beauties of nature. But as it proceeds, its darkening tone reflects the Buddhist conviction of this world's transience. Arthur Wally was the first to translate the tale of Genji into English. Wally's translation is beautiful and inspiring but also very free. And that's all for the historical dimension of the tale of Genji.
The story takes place in ancient Japan. Genji is the son of the king. His mother is the king's favorite concubine. Genji's future is foretold by a Korean sage in a prophecy heralding Genji's bright future. But his mother's fate turns for the worse. She spends her last days in frivolous court cases until finally she becomes ill and dies. Genji is reduced to a low case after the death of his mother. Genji's eldest half-brother is named the hero. Genji is abandoned by his father, but then, as Genji ages, he becomes seriously handsome and talented, and he wins the approval of his community. Genji is successful with lady folk, but his first wife will be Haoe, to know Chujo's sister. She bears him a son, but Genji is just distracted from his family by Murasaki. The king dies and another prince takes the throne. One day, the community ejects him for moral corruption because of his flippant behavior towards women. When Genji returns to the capital many years later, his son Fujitsubu is being crowned as emperor. His familial status increases. After the change of fate, Genji decides to take on pilgrimage to Sumichu's shrine to thank the gods for his protection, especially for his protection during a storm around Suma. Genji helps rear the royal family and he marries the third princess who bears him a child, but then leaves to pursue a life in the Buddhist clergy. Then in the land of Uji in the mountains, Genji's family unfolds. Two of his grandsons are friends and foes competing for the same girl. Genji's daughters' stories are shared through small vignettes. But the most important of the short stories is the story of Genji's half-brother, the eighth prince, his life as a religious man, and the story of an evil villain named Okifun.